Hi, hello, welcome to October 19th. It is a Sunday. I am in Israel right now. The fall is starting. You can definitely feel it. I have long pants for the first time, so that's a good start. And we're starting to feel like I am. I hope you are starting to feel a really big shift, obviously on a global, or let's say like more local scale. What we've had is finally some good news, some movement, some serious steps towards peace and tranquility. um, Many have come back home. I've shared that for me it feels like a soul retrieval. My soul has come back home in a way. It is finally no longer stolen and it's been given back. But now there's this feeling of what are we doing? What can we do now that we're back? There's the first feeling of just amazement that, oh wow, I really wasn't here fully. And I think I went at least through a process of understanding or giving myself the benefit of the doubt, like it's enough what you did, what you didn't do. Look, you've survived. This has been a very heavy time, and it does feel that a weight has been lifted. And for at first it's kind of intoxicating to feel the lightness of things for how they've been like squeezed for so long. But I do feel that now the feelings are okay. Now what? And dealing with all the energies that are coming up. I've been connecting with a group of indigenous people called the Mamos from the Uruguay tribe in Colombia. And they've been saying how there's a lot of fire here and a lot of emotion. Emotion equals water. So, fire and water element, um, and it's coming in and out, and that's definitely what I've been feeling as well. That like there's like water, like quenching the thirst. Water equals also life and excitement and more emotion that you can feel much more than before. And then at the same time, this fire coming up, like fiery emotion, bubbling, old things coming up to the surface, things to be released. For those of us who have been doing their own internal work, we're also transmuting and moving the energy of the planet, of other people, of those who cannot do the process for themselves. So being kind to yourself with this process. I will start channeling soon and sending in messages from the cards, and people can comment and ask for a card if they want. I will start with a soft song about Oshun. I will be working with more with the Orishas today. These are the spirits coming more of the Yoruba tribe and tradition of Africa. These are basically entities that are all different parts of nature, nature spirits, elementals, and they have been like given more of an essence through the Yoruba tradition. They're called the Orishas. And one of those Orishas is called Oshun. Oshun is an Orisha, a being, and a deity of the sweet waters, of the waterfalls. And she's called of beauty, of feminine beauty, of healing, of sweetness, of joy. And how much that is clearing and softening. So I wanted to start with a song for Oshun, and then we'll move on for the channeling. Oxum, lava meus olhos, Oxum, minha emoção. Oxum, lava meus olhos, Oxum, minha emoção. Oxum, flor das águas, lava o meu coração. Oxum, Oxum, flor das águas, lava o meu coração, lava o meu coração, lava o meu coração. Oshun, ברחמיים שטפי היטב את ליבי שום פרח מים שטפי, שטפי את ליבי, או שום פרח מים שטפי את ליבי, או שום מלכת המים שטפי היטב את ליבי, או שום lava meus olhos, Oxum, minha emoção. Oxum, lava meus olhos, Oxum, minha emoção. Oxum, flor das águas, lava meu coração. Oxum, flor das águas, lava meu coração. Oxum, lava meus olhos, Oxum, minha emoção. Oxum, lava meus olhos, Oxum, minha emoção. Oxum, flor das águas, lava meu coração. Oxum, flor das águas, lava meu coração. Viva Oxum, Mopai. Okay. So that was a song for Oshun, and just as I've promised, what I will do is I'll pull out cards again in the comments, whether it's live or later. Later just means I might do it, I might not. Live, I'll definitely bring out a card for you now. Okay. So we're going to start with a deck that I got in Brazil that's called the Tarot of the Orishas. So this is an old tarot deck of the Orishas. I tend not to play with this deck so much because it does feel very powerful and awakening of these spirits. But I have received confirmation that today is going to be a good day for that, specifically because we are working on clearing a lot of emotions, releasing them very naturally, I suppose. And for that reason, I guess the Orishas, this energy is one that I'm willing to work with today. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards that are going to represent the energy that we're currently in, the energy that has just passed, and then the energy that we're going to experience later. So a version of past, present, future. After I'm pulling those main cards, I will bring out a softer deck, one that's more with like the animal spirits and elements, to help explain and maybe giving us even more of a specific energy to focus on via vis-a-vis the energy of the animals. All right, so pulling out the first card, be with me. I'm first going to thank all the elements and spirits that are here to help inform us. I hope I can be a clear vessel for what needs to be poured out here onto the world. Thank you. Opening up sacred space. And the first card that showed up is a number 8. I hope you can see it. This is the card. Notice if it's bringing up anything in you. I'll explain it in a second. The number 8, there's a lot of power in it. I see the circle. It's called Jogo de Búzios. So this is something that in the African tradition, exactly I guess what I'm doing right now is like throwing out different búzios or different shells, and when they throw them they can see like the energy that's around. So it's just kind of playing with me, saying that that's what I'm doing. And it's telling us on one hand that we have a hand in destiny and shaping it and working with it, and at the same time that we're only the observers of it. It's this paradox that we like to experience. So we do have something in it as a participant, but also just as an observer, meaning understanding what we can do within the scope, within of what we're seeing, what we see, what we touch, what we're engaging in, we actually are active participant and we can move um, the pieces on the checkboard, as they say, and understanding what's within that circuitry, what's within that framework that you can. So this is just the first card, very like also ambiguous still. I'm going to pull out the whole thing and then we're going to see the progression. Okay, so the next card that I'm going to pull here is the Cajado de Exu. Uh, this is also interesting. So I'll show you the card. Okay, so number 9, interesting. So we had 8, now we have 9, and that shows me that something has already been shaken and called out to. So it's letting me know that first of all, there's a light and darkness to every to every summoning. So there has been a summoning, there has been a call to action that's already been put out there. Uh, Pieces are moving, and even like giving a confirmation that the call for help has been answered, because that's in the past, and it's underway right now, but still that it's has a light and dark side. It's telling us not to, when we call on entities and energies that are not, they're not just direct source, but they're more like these in between go-tos. They have light and dark. You have to feed. So it's talking about like the price we pay. You have to feed the energy that's coming to assist, and also, well, I'll leave it like that actually for now. Okay, the next card that I'm going to pull is like the energy that we're moving towards. So like now opening is like, yes, we're now looking at these signs of destiny, the destiny that has been provoked also by our own calls for assistance, um, light and dark. And finally, the energy coming forward is a Arma dos Caçadores, the sword, the sword of the hunters, number 2. The sword of the hunters, number 2. Okay, so that's really interesting. As I said, I've pulled this deck, and then we're going to see with another deck what this means. um But basically, what I'm seeing here is that there's a crossroads. As you can see, there's a crossroads. There are two paths to go, and at some point, it seemed like there was only one. There's only one path to go to, but then it just continues onto two separate lines. Again, there's the play of light and dark energy that we've seen in the first. um, it is letting us know, I think, that those who have prayed for good, those who have like been connecting with the positive, are going to move through into a higher possibility, whereas those who have been calling out for revenge, retribution, sitting within the anger, are also moving through that path. In a way, there are two paths that cross and then come back around. Um, it's like the same destination, but different trajectories. That's what I'm getting. Now, look, that this is also something very personal for some of you. Okay, so if you needed confirmation that whatever help, whatever you called on to, is now being underway, and then that the end that we're going to cross reference and going through all dimensions to catch whatever you've been aiming for. So there's confirmation of that for whoever needs it, that your prayers, your requests have been answered and now underway, and in mysterious ways, unexpected ways. So I want to pull out some cards to explain to us. First will be number 8, this game of Buzius, under, of fates. Okay. And so the card that came out to explain is this Lovebirds card. is a two of summer. Um, so it's like a two of cups. And it's talking about a falling in love or a deepening of emotion, partnership that still can be saved. Don't give up. So again, like if we take it from a personal point of view, if we're saying we've been calling out, we've been shaking that rattle, we've been doing the work and asking for something different, then it's happening as we speak. We're getting the extra oomph and the support if we're able to feel it. I love the two birds here. I think the main message is also not doing things alone. So you and spirit, understanding that you're not alone, and that there is value in partnership. There is value in doing things together. Um, but it means that like things will take a slower turn because everybody has freedom. But it's really saying don't give up. Love is underway. There's a deepening of love and connection. If you're willing to cross whatever's been holding you back, there's also your own personal work. The next card we're going to see about the number 9 card that we got before. Hmm. And this is a card of renewal that's coming out. Okay, so number 20, renewal. Um, and it's actually, so now this, along with this, and like I'm seeing like the shaking of the rattle, calling out the forces, clearing. It's definitely saying that that's what we've been going to. So just before, maybe even a week ahead before, there was just a lot of clearing of like what no longer we need to hold on. Maybe it relates to the difficult period we were all in, and now has been uplifted. And so there was a lot of clearing of that, and then a feeling of renewal of the soul, as I've mentioned. There's definitely been a renewal of souls. Um, I'm gonna read what it says in terms if it helps someone. It's time to get clarity about your life purpose and make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. That's definitely the energy that was coming up. Um, yeah. So noticing like that's also the idea of like really choosing the life path, noticing that now you have more control over that, more than you have previously, and that although you have tried in the past, it's a renewed sense of purpose that you're getting if you can tune into that. And then finally the number 2 card, what's to come, and like I said, it's this crossroads, but then also a joining. Interesting. I love this card. So this is the prairie dog card. Look how cute. It's all a card of family, of togetherness. Okay. The 10 of summer. Um, it's it's talking about the family that you create, not only the family, like your own blood relatives. So this I'm seeing as like there's a crossroad, there's a place we meet, but then there's a crossroads. What's coming up for me is that maybe in during this time, maybe even just your physical family or older structures or friends, you have come together and now like at a crossroads and moving on to different paths. First, that the connection between you is just, it still is, but respecting each other's paths and not getting in the way. And then what it's also saying is that notice the ones who are going through the path with you. So this is the chosen family, close friendships, soul family. Noticing that you have plenty of support, if you're willing to see how it's not from the ones you thought are supposed to support that, to gift that, but it's those who are honestly truly around, or not even that, you just feel like, notice for yourself like who do I want to see today, who do I want to talk to today, versus like who should I talk to today, who should I call, how should I, like what is like the right way to do things or the old way to do things, versus like just what your heart desires and who do you want to connect with, and making that a priority. Really, like how would you like to raise your children, how would you like to raise your family, What are, if again, like if we go back to these raccoons and like choosing the divine path for yourself. So it's not judging any path for anyone. Obviously, it works for whoever is walking that path, but for you, what is the right thing for you? And noticing that whatever path you take here, you will be supported, you will be guided, you will be loved, you'll be appreciated, and that it's not to be done alone. So a lot of beautiful confirmations here in this reading. I'm not seeing anyone else asking for a card, so I will close this. I just want one final message. If there's a message that wants to go here for someone, I will pull a card for that. Hmm. Thank you. So the card that I pulled here is the Wheel. This is the Wheel of Fortune, number 10. So it's definitely, again, this idea of renewals, new beginnings. Um, Here it's like expecting a positive change in life. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the message. There's this feeling of it's okay. You can move forward. You can now move through your plans. Maybe there were plans that were halted that you needed to do for the past 2 years or so, but it's okay to start moving now. And it's saying it's not, you're not going to experience that same stuckness or difficulty. I'm seeing there are one, two, three, four, five, six. There are six pears that fell from this tree, some of them in the past and fallen down, and some in the future. And it's basically saying, yes, you had some failed attempts in the past, but keep going, because they will come. They're ready. The fruit is ready. It is ripe, and it will be taken. So for whoever needs this message, I certainly do. Well, with that in mind, yeah, expect new invites and announcements about my own work in the next coming weeks. Thank you so much. If you want a card and I'm still available, write it in the comment and I will send it your way. Have a beautiful week.